Welcome back to the channel. I know there's a lot of new viewers who found me on Celebrate Sausage at Two Guys in the Cooler. So welcome. Today's video is very different than most of my videos where I usually make sausage, charcuterie, or a special meal. And I do have a lot of things coming up in my charcuterie cabinet that I will be making some content from. But in today's video, my son Aryeh and I are going to answer the question, is Japanese A5 Wagyu steak really worth the money? Let's get into it. Let's see what this is all about. Oh my goodness. Oh my goodness. Can't even believe that marbling. Woo. That's amazing. Look, they trimmed all the unnecessary fat off the edge already, so we didn't have to buy that and trim it. So I got this on a rack so that it can dry a little. I'm actually not going to go that heavy on the salt because it's a pretty thin steak. But I do want to give it a few hours. Do the dry brine. If I have a good steak, that's how I always like to treat it, because this salt will draw the moisture out by osmosis, and then the moisture will go back in. And that way you season the inside of the steak too. You just can't do that by salting right before you cook. So I'm going to stick this in my refrigerator just like that. You know, with a normal steak, I would go like overnight. But this is pretty thin, and we are going to eat this tonight. So I'm going to give it at least 2 or 3 hours.
Yeah, it's supposed to be really hot, right?
Yeah, that's hot.
Yeah, I'm just surprised that it's just supposed to be so hot, but only 60 seconds aside, I guess it makes sense.
All right. Holy shit, feels like it wants to just fall apart already.
Oh, look at all that fat already coming out.
No, I've seen the one thing say 30 to 60 seconds aside for rare. I've seen another 60 to 90. I know we tend to like them more rare than what they usually call rare. I don't think I want to stick a thermometer in there at all to like count it.
Fat will be squirting out of
Still a lot of fat. Holy cow, that's a lot of fat. Oh yeah. Oh yeah, it's pretty perfect. This is the part I'm I'm excited about the whole damn thing. So.
Can't believe how much fat is coming out of that.
All right, 45 seconds aside. All that good. Rest that for 5 minutes. Pretty excited about this. Give it a little black pepper. Oh my God, it slices like butter. Oh my God. Oh man. What do we got? That's rare, but that's how we seem to like it. That's looking pretty good to me.
Yeah.
I'm really excited about this. And then this another section there. See that? And then this ribeye cap. That's usually my favorite part. So I feel like you could almost eat this just like sushi, like sashimi. All right. I'm gonna go for a piece of the eye. Cheers.
Cheers. You can see why the portions are supposed to be so small.
Yeah, that is rich.
It really melts.
Yeah, I don't think you could eat many other things this rare. It's almost like a seared tuna loin, you know?
Yeah. Wow.
All right, I'm going for a piece of the cap here. Cap's got like a little more beefiness. This is so rich, it's like starting to coat my mouth.
Yeah, it's like Chewing on a stick of butter, but in a good way.
Yeah.
Oh, this bite's gonna be perfect.
These pieces are off that little piece off the tip. A little fattier, a little less melty on the fat on that part. And these two pieces are the little round part on the top of the calf.
Oh yeah, that's what I'm going for. There's really nothing like any steak I've ever had.
All right, I'm gonna turn this camera off so we can eat.
We'll talk
We'll
about
discuss it after.
Yeah, we'll talk about this after.
We made it through. That steak, that could have fed 3 people. That would have been just perfect. 2 people, that was a lot.
Google was right. 3 to 4 ounces per a portion. That was I still feel it. I don't think I can swallow all the fat. It's just coating my whole inside.
Yeah, like you said, a shot of apple cider vinegar to cut it, but I feel like a shot of whiskey will go a little better.
Yeah. I think I need a shower.
I know, I thought it was the meat sweats, but I think it's just the grease coming right back through. Oh. It does help cut it. I feel like I can swallow again a little bit. So all this shit talking about how greasy it was a damn good steak. Question, is it worth it?
Yeah.
Yeah, I would say it's worth the experience. As a steak, I don't think any steak's probably worth that much money, but as the experience, I was really glad to have the experience. Might be a once in a lifetime experience, I don't know. It's certainly not a common experience.
I don't know how often it's available locally to us. We're not in the biggest city, you know. We had to pre-order it.
Yep, we had to pre-order that. It was $140 a pound, which actually looking around online was a pretty good price. Comes with the certificate of authenticity, an identification number, female Japanese black cow born February 23rd of 2021 in Kagoshima, Japan, packaged on July 18th of 2023.
A5 plus 11.
It's got an A5 plus 11 marbling score. The marbling score goes up to 12, so almost as marbled a steak as you can get.
And it was 100% pure Japanese Kurogi Wagyu.
So I know there's several kinds of Wagyu. I don't really know where the Kurogi falls on the scale of Wagyus. But it was a damn good steak. I think I would have enjoyed it more if we had a third person to share it with. Because that last bit, it was honestly hard to finish. But I didn't want to have leftovers of it because that seemed wasteful. And so it seemed better to be gluttonous than wasteful.
And we have a few tablespoons of fat that cooked off of it. Those are our leftovers.
Yeah, that'll be good on some potatoes or something. Some whiskey helps cut the fat because I feel like my mouth is just coated in fat. My throat's coated in fat. I feel like the meat sweats, but it's really just fat coming out of my pores. At first it felt like you said, it felt like eating a stick of butter, but in a good way. But towards the end of it, it felt like eating a stick of butter in kind of in the way of just eating a stick of butter.
I don't think you could do that very often. I think it'd be pretty bad for your health.
I think you're right. I know they say that the kind of fat in the Wagyu is supposed to be good for you, but I don't see how that much fat could be good for anyone. That said, would I do that again? Hell yeah, I'd do that again. It was great. You know, it's like you don't go to a football game to watch the football game. You go to a football game for the experience of being at the football game. Television has the close-up shots and you can see the game better than you can if you're there live, but you go to the game for the experience.
And that's not cheap.
And that is not cheap. It's the experience. And so for the experience, I would definitely do it again. I would definitely find someone to share it with. I don't know if we know anyone who'd be crazy enough to splurge that much on it. And I don't know if I really know anyone worthy of sharing with.
I think Tom's worthy because he told us about the meat market that we got it at.
Yeah, Tom's worthy. Plus he shared. Tom's definitely worthy. Plus Tom makes the best sushi I've ever had. So, and he's very generous with the sushi when he makes it. So yes. Maybe that's the thing. Next time we get it, we'll have to share it with Tom.
Yeah, I think so.
Anyway, answer to the question, is it worth it? Yes, it's worth it.
100%. 10 out of 10.
I'm glad I had the experience. I would do it again if I had the chance. Give it a try if you get a chance. Cheers.
Cheers.
Peace.